Let's go on an Easter time stroll at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, as well as the Magic Kingdom. Everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. It is a sunny and beautiful Saturday before Easter, 77 degrees on the way up to 85. I'm here at the Grand Floridian. In just a few moments, we will step into the lobby and check out some of the amazing chocolate Easter egg display. We'll then take the walkway over to the Magic Kingdom, take a little stroll right down the middle of Main Street, USA. And today I do have a brand new t-shirt design ready to share with you, so we'll do that along the way. Debbie, Susan, Michael, Gerald, good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the live broadcast. Grand Floridian, beautiful resort. I had an opportunity to stay here one time many, many years ago. Really enjoyed it. Neil, hello to you. Mitchell says, time to rope drop World of Walt. There you go. Hi, Barbie. Good morning. Wayne from Long Island, 34 days to go. Hope that you have a great upcoming trip. And Phil, happy Easter to you, and happy Easter to everyone here. Very nice day. A lot of folks out enjoying the sunny and pleasant weather here at Walt Disney World. There is some construction going on here at the Grand Floridian. We'll see that when we get into the lobby area. They're building a brand new lounge or bar area right in the middle of the lobby. I think that process is going to take a while. Probably slated to go through early next year because Disney has already announced that the Christmas gingerbread house is not going to be coming back because of the construction. So let's head inside, take a peek at what's going on in the lobby of the Grand Floridian before we make our way out to the walkway that connects this resort to the Magic Kingdom. They do say it's all location, 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 and this Grand Floridian resort is certainly in an amazing location. Teresa, good morning to you in Fort Lauderdale. Hope you're having a great day. Jackie, happy Easter to you. Pauline as well. I got some people waiting here for their meal at 1900 Park Fair. Looks like they're doing a hop in business there. 1900 Park Fair. Character dining inspired by magical stories and Victorian pastimes. For breakfast, we've got bread pudding with vanilla, strawberry soup, which I've had, it's amazing, a carving station, beef and potato hash, Mickey-shaped waffles, and then at dinner time, peel and eat shrimp, gumbo, baked salmon, carving station, and warm chocolate cake with vanilla. All very good stuff. Karen has 17 days to go. Karen, hope you are having a good weekend. Your upcoming trip is a good one. So let's check out the Easter eggs here on display. So as we enter the lobby of the Grand Floridian, over to our right are construction walls. But straight ahead is both a set of Easter egg displays as well as a spot where you can pick up some treats on your own. This is a 101 Dalmatians themed Easter egg. Very cool. I think it even has a light on the inside. Here's Belle and Beast from Beauty and the Beast. And this one, I don't remember I've ever seen one like this before. It looks like Madame Yoda from the Haunted Mansion with lots of lighting effects on the inside. That is a very, very interesting Easter egg. I think I see the Yeti on the inside. Definitely an Expedition Everest. It's amazing chocolate and lights together. I've seen this design here before at the Grand Floridian Easter egg display with just images of many, 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 many Disney characters. A lot of fun. So let's take a second and look at the display of the treats that you can purchase and take home here.
display to show the trees.
So here is a bunny burrow dirt cupcake. I'd eat that dirt. And what do we have here? A carrot blondie pop. That looks very Easter festive. Lemon blueberry whoopie pie. We've got some cereal pops, sometimes known as Rice Krispies. Macaroon box. Guava cream cheese sweet roll. That looks interesting. So nice selection of treats, anywhere from $4.49 to $14.99. The macarons are pretty expensive. I'm saying it right, I always get that word mixed up. They all look great. All right, let's continue our tour. Dolores says, loves the Easter display. Tanya says, do they eat the chocolate once Easter has passed? So I have seen posts by Disney, at least when it comes to the gingerbread at Christmas time, that they actually dump it in the field so that honeybees can feast on it. I would imagine it's the same here. I would think that after this chocolate had been sitting out with 17 million people walking by it, you might not want to eat it anymore. It's amazing to see, but my guess is that it probably ends up someplace where the critters outside can enjoy it. Oh, I see an Etch-a-Sketch. Al's Toy Barn. Very fun. Kathy said, beautiful eggs, everything looks yummy. John said, very festive. I agree with you there.
Maybe we could get someone to...
Yeah,
sure. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, so it's on.
We got Judy Hops here with a Zootopia-themed egg. Peggy likes the Toy Barn. John, good morning to you. There's a Steamboat Willie. There's the Steampunk Dragon from the Festival Fantasy Parade. The ever-popular Orange Bird. Very cool. This I don't remember seeing in the past. Pretty fun. So this is a Scrooge McDuck diving into his cash hoard here. Very fun. Teresa says, grandsons love the macarons. Alicia says, thanks for streaming. Thank you for showing the Easter eggs. My pleasure. Tanya says, the eggs look amazing and beautiful. And we have Cinderella. Boy, whoever did the artwork on this did a fantastic job. Really beautiful. Mary Martin says, beautiful display. I agree with you there. We have another egg here with a multitude of characters. These look more Pixar focused, I think. There's Russell from Up. Recognize Woody. There's the panda from Turning Red. There's Roz from Monsters, Inc. I like Roz. Rita, hello to you. Victoria says, beautiful artwork, very talented people. I agree with you. This one is inspired by the movie Atlantis. So that's not a Disney intellectual property that you see mentioned very often, but very interesting to see something pulled from the back reaches of the Disney vault. Snow White and the Evil Queen, complete with rotating apple, illuminated as well. That's pretty amazing. And we got Timothy Mouse and Dumbo. Very fun. And we have some bears on the inside here, themed from the Disney movie Brother Bear. Very exciting to see all these Easter egg displays. A lot of people are coming out to enjoy them as part of their Easter tradition. Mitchell, you're right. Roz is always watching. Always watching. Deborah says it's warm and humid in New York. So we have 77 here on the way up to 85. So it's going to be a warm day, but not terrible. So we can see here in the lobby of the Grand Floridian that construction is already underway, where the gilded birdcage, I think, is going to be replaced by a small bar area. Emily says, brother bear and a hidden Mickey in the greenery, very fun. Lobby here at the Grand Floridian is always an impressive place to be. Just a huge open area with amazing lighting. Very beautiful. Paul, hello to you. Karen says, saw it 2 weeks ago for the first time and it was amazing. Glad you got a chance to check it out. Let's check out this Easter egg display. Looks like it is inspired by Inside Out 2. Quite an emotional roller coaster. Very interesting. I think reminiscent of some of the scenes in the movie itself. Very cool. All right, let's continue our tour. Piano has moved from its typical position over here to the spot near the elevator. Don't play the piano. People in here enjoying their day at the Grand Floridian. A very beautiful place to relax. Susan is loving the eggs. Keith, yeah, that character from Inside Out 2 was anxiety.
Are you tired?
One of the new emotions that didn't appear in the original film. All right, we're going to go for a little walk outside now around beautiful Seven Seas Lagoon. We're going to stroll to the Magic Kingdom. It's a very peaceful walk, one that feels very, very different than what you would see once you get inside the gates and there are crowds and people and commotion. HR said, shameless plug or newest t-shirt reveal time. HR, thank you for prompting the shameless plug. And I'll reveal the t-shirt here shortly. But if you or anyone you know would like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, you can check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Phyllis said it was favorite hotel. It is a beautiful resort. See the monorail going by overhead. And the walking path generally follows the monorail track from the Grand Floridian over to the Magic Kingdom. Glenn, hello to you. Tanya says, so cool. Thanks for sharing the eggs. You're very welcome. It's a fun Easter tradition to go and check them out. We got quite a few people lined up here for the buses. Disney has displays on the approximate wait time until the next bus arrives. Jimmy says, wishes he was here. Glad I can bring you a little bit of Disney fun. Susan says it's a nice day. It is a beautiful day here. It's nice to have this covered walkway. I'm sure it's great in the summertime when it's very warm and sometimes rainy. We're going to follow the walkway to the Magic Kingdom, so we're going to hang a bit of a right here.
Oh, you threw it. Yeah, we threw a flower in the pond, right?
Looks like we have a turnaround circle here.
Eating all the flowers.
Teresa, hello to you. Susan says she misses Epcot. It's a great park. Ron says Saturday morning has started on. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your being being part of the live broadcast. It is quite windy. I hope that the microphone isn't picking up too much wind noise. My ears are certainly picking it up. Alright, so here we go to the walkway to the Magic Kingdom. Brett used to work at the marina there in the college program. Seems like that would be a fun place. Jody says, need some Disney, thank you, you're very welcome. Paul said, stayed at Port Orleans a couple times, very good. Deborah says, it's very Victorian and looks upscale and clean. I do agree with you. Disney has released some concept art about the reimagining of the lobby and public areas. They've been working to upgrade the hotel for many years. Lots of changes to the flooring, some to the amenities, including the Beauty and the Beast themed lounge, which I don't know what that has to do with Victorian England, but France is next to England, so I guess it's okay. Deborah asks if anyone is going to Disney this year. Always enjoy hearing when your next trip is coming up and the countdown and the number of days until you're going to be there. Gina says, thanks for making Saturday awesome. You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. You can hear the Walt Disney World Railroad off in the distance. Joanne says, beautiful, quiet, and peaceful walk. That it is. This is one of those hidden gems that many people just never get a chance to experience. Here we have a sign that says, the Magic Kingdom walkway is open from 1 hour before park opening until 1 hour after park closing. Interesting piece of engineering trivia about the bridge up here, which can swing out of the way so that the electrical water pageant floats can get in and out of their storage dock. Phil is going to be here on Memorial Day weekend. That's great. Peggy says, are there any new t-shirt designs? Peggy, perfect timing on a great question. I actually do have a new design to share with everyone today, and it is in fact inspired by the Magic Kingdom. Printed it out. It turned out a little bit smaller than I had hoped it might. But let me share with you the new design. So we all know that there's always a lot of construction happening all around the Walt Disney World Resort. And that's a good thing. It means that Disney is taking time and money to maintain what they do. But it also means that sometimes there's a lot of scaffolding around. So today, I'm happy to announce a brand new t-shirt design. See if I can get a good shot of it here. It says, Walt did say it will never be done. You see some construction scaffolding surrounding an attraction that looks suspiciously like Big Thunder Mountain, which does just happen to be under construction right now. So brand new design, Walt did say it will never be done. Now available at the World of Walt t-shirt shop, which you can get to by visiting worldofwaltstore.com. So you can head over to worldofwaltstore.com, and this design, and I believe the others are currently on sale right now. So probably a good weekend to pick them up while they're a little bit cheaper. Again, brand new design, celebrating construction of all things Magic Kingdom. It says, Walt did say it will never be done. I think it's kind of a fun design. And thank you to Topher. He is a great idea generator. Very creative. You can see the Contemporary Resort as well as Bay Lake Tower across the lake. And while it's blocked by the monorail track, you can see I think that's the resort monorail heading over to the Magic Kingdom. I believe is that the resort monorail? It must be, because the direction it's heading. I think the express might be on the outside track and the resort is on the inner track. Carol says, great shirts. Thank you, Carol. John, thank you for putting the link to the World of Walt store in the chat. I appreciate that. All right, we continue the windy and peaceful walk over to the Magic Kingdom. It's quite a windy day. David, hello to you. Welcome to the live broadcast. Nice to see you here. Jody says, Topher is the man. Indeed. Another monorail coming by. Tony says, thinks it would be a good job piloting the monorail. I think that's what that comment was. That would be kind of a fun job. As best I can tell, people who work at the monorail transportation sort of rotate positions. People doing crowd control, putting down the plate so that electric vehicles can get on and off, and then in driving. Julie says, loves this walk. Thanks for joining me on it. You can see off in the far distance, possibly to the right of the Contemporary Resort, are a bunch of construction cranes, which I think are working on whatever the resort is called that was formerly known as the Reflections Lakeside Lodge. So we at DVC property connected to Fort Wilderness. I have to hang on to my bucket hat today. Teresa, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Happy Saturday to you and someone asked if there is a boat I could have taken. Yes, there is a boat from the Grand Floridian over to the Magic Kingdom, I'm fairly certain. I think I've taken that voyage before. Kind of fun. Amy Beth was talking about the monorail going by. Kathleen says, never seen this walk. I don't think you're alone. A lot of people don't know this exists. If you are staying at the Grand Floridian, though, and you don't mind getting a few extra steps, it's a great place. So here's the swinging bridge that I talked about. You can kind of see how it's designed to rotate here. And the floats for the electrical water pageant are down this canal. But they need a way to be able to get out into the lake, so this bridge can swing out of the way so that the floats can come out and go back in at the end of the night. Very cool. Deborah says, People Mover is the best ride to relax your feet. I agree, it's a terrific ride, a lot of fun. Usually don't have to wait very long at all. John says he needs some pins delivered monthly. John, have I got a great idea for you? You can check out the pinofthemonthclub.com, where you can get some Disney fun delivered straight to your home every single month. It's got some very exciting plans for the Pin of the Month Club coming up in the upcoming months. Can't wait to share them with you. Still working on some technical details, but I think the Pin of the Month Club is going to get a nice upgrade for new and future subscribers. So thanks to everyone who's already a member of the Pin of the Month Club. It's probably the best way you can support me and sharing information about Disney. So thanks to all of you, and stay tuned to more info. Robert says the boat from Fort Wilderness to, I think it was the Magic Kingdom, is very nice. I agree. Yeah, there are a lot of boat launches from the resorts in the Magic Kingdom area to the Magic Kingdom. They make for a nice trip. Alan says, new or seldom traveled is good to see. I agree. This is a little hidden gem. Lime monorail going by. I think that's the flavor color. Topher says, Run Disney added this walk to some of its races. It was a fun addition. I didn't realize that. Seems like it's a good way to connect some of the resorts together. Paul said didn't know about this walk. So today someone was asking about the weather. It is my watch activating Siri. It's 77 degrees on the way up to 85. So it is a very pleasant day, nice breeze. It's going to be a beautiful Easter weekend here in Central Florida. Elmer says, can't wait for the exciting pins upgrade. Thank you, Elmer. Been working hard for quite a long time on some agreements and technology and all kinds of things. So I cannot wait for it all to come together and to share it with you. I think people will love it. And in fact, I kind of suspect they will, because in a survey, about 96% said it sounds good. So stay tuned. Janet says, family had a brick along this path. So yes, back in a day where there was a walk around the world where you could buy a brick and have your family name engraved on it, and those bricks were put into a pathway that went partway around the Seven Seas Lagoon, or Bay Lake. I always get the two of them mixed up. I think this is the Seven Seas Lagoon. But those bricks were taken out around the time, if I remember correctly, that this pathway was created. Janine loves the pins. Thank you, Janine. Ronnie, thanks for going on a Disney walk with me. Rivian said she used to take the walkway from the Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom. I think the Contemporary may be one of the Disney resorts closest to a Disney park. You can certainly walk there in just a couple of minutes, although some around Epcot might be a little bit closer. Evie, hello to you. Happy Saturday. Carol said, a peaceful, easy feeling. It is a very nice, quiet spot to come and enjoy a little stroll. You can hear the horns of a lot of the watercraft, which is very cool. Nice view back over to the Grand Floridian. You can see the Poly Tower in the distance. Ron says, enjoys these, especially when we take the long way around, which we are often wanting to do. Susan's enjoying the walk. Susan, thank you. Bruce says, what happened to the bricks? I think the bricks went into the Disney vault or landfill. That would be my guess. But maybe they did do something to recycle them. I don't know for sure. If anyone happens to have details about what did happen to the bricks, let us know. Robin, good morning to you in Pennsylvania. Thank you for being here. Hi, Dawn. It is a windy spot here. I think once we get into the park and some buildings around us, it won't be quite so windy anymore. Rudian also had a brick on the walkway. It was kind of fun to go and search out your brick and find out where it is. Kate said it would be an amazing jogging path. I saw a lady who was jogging a moment ago. She does have a great spot to run. Christine, thank you for being here. Robert says, is there any construction going on at the Shades of Green and the Poly? So at the Polynesian, they just finished up adding the new DVC Resort Tower, Island Tower. So I think the Polynesian is probably done with construction for a bit. I believe that there may be construction going on at least in the front of the Shades Green, if not in the facility itself. So if anyone happens to know about that, you can fill us in. Shades Green is a Disney resort I have never stepped foot on because I am not a member of the military, but I think it would be a fun place to see, and I'm very glad that Disney has a facility like that for all the people who serve. Keith, 350 days to go before Run Disney 2026. Good to count down the number of days. Plenty of time to train. Speaking of counting down the number of days, if you're counting down the number of days before your next visit to Walt Disney World Resort, you can check out magicalcountdown.com, where you can order your very own paper-based countdown calendar to count down the number of days until your next visit, up to 1 year in advance. Fun way to build excitement. Enjoy a little bit of trivia along the way, some games for the kiddos. Amy, good morning to you. All right, we're getting close. Lucille, happy Easter to you. And we are coming up on the security checkpoint, heading into the Magic Kingdom entrance plaza. Alan says, one of the best shows. Thank you so much. Glad that you're enjoying it. And welcome to the Magic Kingdom. Susan, 89 days till Disney Wish first cruise. I hope that you have an amazing time. Disney Cruise Line vacations are one of my, maybe even my favorites. And I just booked a 10-day Disney cruise on the Disney Magic coming up at the end of July and early August. I'm extremely excited. Already started to pick out my port adventures. Can't wait to check it out. Christine, hello to you. Robert had a brick made from the Disney store. I do remember Disney doing that. See if we can get ourselves scanned in here and make a little walk right down the middle of Main Street, USA. Anna Elizabeth says, perfect win and walkway for a kite. Oh, that's true. No little tip, if you ever see me in the grocery store, don't get behind me, because I've got a way of always picking a line and it moves the slowest. Hello to you. Ronnie's voting for a train ride. You know, it's not a bad idea. We could do that. So let's voyage out onto Main Street, and maybe we will get a ride on the Walt Disney World Railroad. I haven't done that in a while. Sounds like a fun Easter time thing to do. Lori says, beautiful, and hello from North Dakota. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for being here and spending some of your Saturday with me. It's always exciting for me to hear where everyone's from. Thank you so much for the chats. It's great to talk back and forth. Thank you for the likes, the hearts, especially the shares. Great way to get the word out. And welcome to the Magic Kingdom. Town Square welcomes you. It's a beautiful day to be here. And yeah, I think we're going to go up on the train deck here. Let's see if we can take a little stroll on the Walt Disney World Railroad, or ride, I guess, a better word. Emily's saying, train ride to Dumbo Circus and then catch the People Mover. That's a possibility. I think that's a possibility. We'll see how things work out. So we also have construction here on the Walt Disney World Railroad station at the entrance to the Magic Kingdom. But you can also see a beautiful view right down the middle of Main Street, USA, complete with the U.S. flag. Deborah says, we're in. Yes, we are. Jill, hello to you in Oakland, California. Thank you for spending some of your early Saturday with me today. We can see way over to the left some of the construction cranes that are working on the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which actually reminds me about the brand new t-shirt now available at the World of Walt store, which celebrates all things Disney construction. You can see here, this is a t-shirt with some construction scaffolding around an attraction that represents the theme of Big Thunder Mountain, with the saying, Walt did say it will never be done. So this t-shirt now available over at worldofwaltstore.com, as well as all the other shirts, and I believe they're all on sale this weekend. So you can head over to worldofwaltstore.com, check it out. Sandy says, loves the view. This is a great spot. Thought we could just enjoy Town Square and Main Street for a moment here. Looks like Main Street, it's pretty busy. Gina said the castle, her castle, it's a great castle. Arlene says a beautiful view and feels like home. Susan said it's very pretty. I agree. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Mitchell, thanks for putting a link to the t-shirt in the shop. Appreciate that. All right, let's head over to the train station. Well, we are at the train station. Let's head over to the loading platform, because our chariot is hopefully on the way. Always fun to see the various antiques here in the train station. Donnie, hello to you in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You see the train in the foreground, the monorail in the back. Craig is a big train fan. Michael says, hasn't been up here in a while. HR says, the train always looks new and shiny. That it does. He does a great job of keeping everything in good operating order. Rudy says he wants to drive the train. Short of employment with the Walt Disney Company, that might be a hard thing to do, but there used to be, and probably still is, a trains tour you can take where you can see where the trains are stored and maintained and learn about them.
Are you bumping me?
Yep.
Ja, mag dan even met eten. Je staat nu op het station weer. Nee.
All right, we got a nice window seat here. Kathy, I hope you have a beautiful Easter as well. Peggy says, kind of cool with the train and the monorail, the old and the new together. Maria, hello. Donna says, looks like the flags isn't at half staff. Beryl, nice to see you. Thank you for everything you do for World of Walt. Very prolific writer. Thank you. Bonnie from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Rick says, is the train closing with construction again? This is an interesting question. So the Walt Disney World Railroad was shut down for many years with the construction of Tron Light Cycle Run. And now that the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is definitely under construction, it will be interesting to see if there needs to be a downtime for the train. With the cars and the villains, it's sort of hard to imagine that Disney will be able to keep the railroad running, but we'll see. Keith says, a beautiful sky. It's a great day. Bridget says, well, I was riding the train. Trying to see the monorails come and go. Rudy says the train is very relaxing. I agree with you, it is. And here we go.
We're beginning a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. It stops along the way in Frontierland and Fantasyland. Sit tight and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs well inside the train. We're currently departing Main Street Station. And if you visit those friendly faces already, not to worry. On this train, it's never goodbye. It's always see you real soon. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. Friends, I'm so delighted you've joined us today. There's nothing I enjoy more than showing folks around this Magic Kingdom, especially because it's certified proof that in these parts, dreams really do come true. See, there was a time not so long ago that I was just a young fella on Main Street with a balloon in my hand and a wish in my heart that someday I'd be the conductor of this train. And wouldn't you know it, with a bit of gumption and a dash of magic, here I am. So believe it when I say that around here, anything is possible. See what I mean? Hope you packed a compass, because that, folks, is the sound of adventure. Adventure-less, I should say. Whether navigating wild jungle rivers, swashbuckling with jolly buccaneers, or even just scaling a towering treehouse, there's always plenty to explore here in Adventureland. If you're more the rootin' tootin' type, then partner, saddle up, because this here's Frontierland. Home to cowpokes, campfires, and country bears, this outpost is chock full of tall tales and an even taller mountain. We call it big fun. Catch a ride on its runaway trains and you'll see why. On a more musical note, just ahead, Princess Tiana is striking up the band for her big party. She will be promised all you're invited. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone, so sit tight and hold those horses until we've come to a complete stop. If you're disembarking, please carry your strollers all the way off the platform before unfolding. Watch your step now. This is Frontierland Station.
All your station, please remain seated while the train comes to a full and complete stop. I will give you the magical words of all clear when you are safe to stand and exit, but at this time the train is still in motion, so please remain fully seated, fully on board the train, listening for those
happy
magic
Easter to you.
words. Remain fully seated,
See all
folks.
the
We are
people
not
waiting
quite
for
there yet.
Tiana's
Please
Bayou
remain
Adventure.
fully seated. All clear, you are now safe to stand and exit. Welcome to Frontierland Station, also the closest stop to Adventureland and Liberty Square.
See the murals over here to the left? So we'll stay on the train, make our way over to Storybook Circus section. Deborah says, misses her childhood life coming here. Alan says, feel like I'm there on the train. Thanks for joining me. Tanya, good morning to you. She wishes she were in sunny Florida as opposed to radiant Illinois. Happy to bring you some Florida sunshine, and happy Easter to you. Quite a few people here waiting for their ride on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. You can also see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen some construction steel girders that have come up and popped up behind Tiana's and Big Thunder Mountain. Not sure if that has something to do with Big Thunder Mountain changes, or maybe even the Villain's Land, or even the Cars Land. Probably a little far for cars, but interesting to see. It's okay. And it asked if the train is wheelchair accessible. I do not know off the top of my head. I wonder if there's anybody on here who does know. My guess would be yes. Susan, happy Easter to you. Susan, thanks for watching live in Maryland. Meredith says, loves this. Thank you for watching. It shouldn't be too much longer before we get a chance to pull out of Frontierland. Kimberly says it is wheelchair accessible. Thank you for that. And it says at least the line is moving. Ryan says, does not miss the lines. Bruce asks if there's construction in the trees to the right. There is some sort of girders and a building going up. Not quite sure what it is, but interesting to see.
Howdy, folks. If you're just joining us, a hearty welcome aboard. We're heading for our next stop, Fantasyland. Before carrying on to Main Street, USA. Everybody stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs safely inside the train. And as always, keep an eye on your little ones. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Let's get a little bit more of a peek into this construction zone here.
There it is, Big Thunder Mountain. Now, normally, folks around here have a one-track line for gold, but the mining seems to have been derailed. They've been working on that railroad all the livelong day. So we'll get full steam ahead in no time. Hopefully with some new bells and whistles. The change in scenery means we've left the rattle and rumble of that old gold mine behind and entered my favorite leg of the journey. Lush wilderness, calm waters, and untamed beauty. Folks, we're in nature's wonderland. Isn't it something? Just think of the extraordinary things to see and do in these woods. Hiking trails, bird calls, fireflies, and starry nights. Setting out for adventure at sunrise, telling the tale around a campfire that night. Considering how wonderful things are out here, I'm fortunate that some of my closest friends call it home. That village is a truly special place. Folks, we're just about out of the woods and into the forest. The enchanted forest of Fantasyland. Where magic. Listen. Hear that?
There it is!
Big metal snake.
That's not a snake. It's a snake.
Well, I think it's finally time I trained my shadow to stay put. Hey! Get back here, Shadow!
Oh, Tinkerbell, we really must find some stronger threads.
Told you it's enchanted, and not just the forest. From the tips of castle spires to the sands under the sea, magic and happily ever afters await around every corner in Fantasyland. Friends, travelers, children of all ages, we're coming down the track and headed straight for the stupendous, the sensational, the spectacular, Fantasyland Storybook Circus. This is the place to soar with Dumbo, or join Goofy in his stunt plane for some airborne acrobatics. This station is also your gateway to the rest of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Now, come to a complete stop. Gather your juggling pins, unicycles, and other belongings, and carry your strollers away from the platform before unfolding them. That way we can start loading up for the next leg of our trip. For those disembarking, please watch your step, and thanks for traveling with us. I hope you join us again real soon.
As we're rolling into the station, please remain seated till the train has come to a full and complete stop. I will give you the magical words of all clear when you are safe to stand and exit, but at this time the train is still in motion, so please remain fully seated, fully on board the train, listening for those magic words. Remain seated, folks. We are almost there, but not quite yet. Remain fully seated. Remain seated. All clear. You are now safe to exit here at Storybook Circus, Fantasyland. Also your closest stop to Tomorrowland and Tron Life Cycle Run.
And we are off the train. That was a fun ride around the park. Thank you. And we'll take a minute to enjoy the sights and sounds of Storybook Circus. Bruce says, one of the best episodes. Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. It's very nice of you to say. We got to do some special things today. We got to see the Easter eggs over at the Grand Floridian, as well as some of the construction happening in the lobby. Took a very peaceful walk all the way to the Magic Kingdom. Got a great view of Main Street, USA, and had a chance to take the railroad. We'll spend a minute or two here in Storybook Circus. You can see some people definitely cooling off. Not a bad day to get soaked, I guess. Not a big fan of wet shoes, but hey, part of how it goes. It's all right. Carla, thank you for being here. Lynn says, thanks for the train ride, and you're very welcome. Susan says, a lovely way to start the day. Thank you so much, and wishing you a happy Easter as well. John, happy Saturday to you. All right, people are enjoying the splash pad. Take a peek up here at Pete's Silly Sideshow, where you can meet and greet some favorite Disney characters, including Minnie, Daisy, Goofy, and Donald. Also a nice spot just to grab a snack, enjoy a little rest here at Storybook Circus. Looks like Storybook Circus Snacks is not operating right now, but I think you can go inside the merchandise store and pick something up. Bill says, thanks for the walk around today and happy Easter. Bill, you are very welcome. I appreciate your being here. There's Strongman Pete. He's brawny. There's Pluto, the Wonder Pup. Storybook Circus is the only all-animal circus. See and hear their astounding acts of beastly beauty and bravery, guaranteed to amaze and delight. Clara Cluck, Pitch Perfect. And we have Horace Horsecollar, the rubber hose horse. It does look like he has very slinky arms and legs. And Big Top Souvenirs right behind us, or in front of us rather. Great place to shop, one of the larger merchandise locations here at the Magic Kingdom. All right, everyone, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for being here and spending some of your Easter Saturday with me. It was fun to share with you the Easter eggs at the Grand Floridian, the walk to the Magic Kingdom, Main Street, the train, and now Storybook Circus. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I wish you a happy Easter. And until next time, God bless.